You've had some highly recruited players before. How did Emmanuel's recruitment differ from Isaiah Austin or Nick Russell, people like that?
It was a lot alike, especially with Isaiah. Isaiah was a top 5 kid as well, so it was a lot of comparison. You know, the Kentuckys, you know, the top schools, Kentucky, the Baylors, North Carolina's. Everybody called about him. Everybody recruited him. So it was a special experience. You know, he enjoyed the ride, enjoyed playing those All-Star games, and getting exposure from Adidas, Under Armour, and Nike, and all those camps and stuff. That really helped him in his maturity as well as a player. So
I was going to say, how did he react to all the attention? Did he get tired of it? Did it wear him out?
The phone calls. I mean, the phone calls, from the coaches kind of wore him out. That's the big thing. Emmanuel doesn't like to talk on the phone at all. So, that kind of got to him. So in the process of Elite 24, he just made a decision, hey, I'm going to shut it down. And SMU is where I want to be. I want to play for Coach Brown and go from there. He had, Coach Drew, Coach Ford from Oklahoma State, Coach Calipari. They did a great job recruiting as well. He just, staying close to home, try to put the school on the map at home.
You mentioned Coach Brown. Obviously, his resume speaks for itself. He's got the NCAA championship, the NBA title. But he also has critics.
Yeah.
People say he's in his 70s, he's taken a lot of jobs. Was there a lot of negative recruiting by other schools against SMU?
Yeah, I wouldn't put him out there, but it wasn't all great. But the thing about it was he was, Coach Brown is Coach Brown. It speaks for itself, his resume, and preparing Emmanuel for the next level. Emmanuel has aspirations to play in the NBA, so he's one of the coaches that can help him prepare the best. He can help him prepare the best to get to where he wants to get to.
At least 2 of the other coaches who were after him, Coach Self at Kansas and Coach Calipari at Kentucky, are pretty close with Coach Brown at SMU. Did they back off more than other coaches out of respect to Coach Brown?
No, they recruited hard. They recruited hard for their program. Kansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma State, they recruited hard for their programs, and they wanted one of the best players in the country. And Coach Brown was able to get it done. Him and Coach Malley, Malley was a key part of that, and KT, Coach Jankovic, the whole staff. So,
as his coach, when you talk to Emmanuel and his family, what factors were important to you in whatever school he ended up choosing?
Academics first, because he's going to get his degree. Even if he's a one-and-done kid, he's going to get his degree at some point. And then also just being able to stay close to home so his mom, brothers could see him. And then the deal to be able to play with his brothers. That's just a dream they wanted, to be able to play together and go to school together and compete. So that's a family's dream. For Mom, that's even better for her.
He's universally regarded as one of the best players in the country. Can you point to anything and say the biggest strength of his game is?
Getting to the cup. Getting to the cup. He hit the cup on anybody in the country. And I think he's one of the best that does it. Pick and roll, can't stop him. It's tough to stop.
Seems like every time a highly regarded prospect comes out, you hear comparisons. He looks like a younger version of this guy or that guy. Who does Emmanuel Mudiay remind you of?
Closest to say Derrick Rose. Not as fast as Derrick, but as explosive. I think he shoots a little better. Some people say John Wall too. I think he shoots it better than both of them coming out of high school. But he's just as explosive, as athletic as they were.
A player of such high profile, like you said, possibly a one and done, also playing the point guard position. A lot of people assume leadership early on. What kind of leader is Emmanuel?
Early on, he wasn't a great leader, but he has matured over the years. I've had him all for a year to be a good leader now to help lead this team. We're not as talented this year as we've been in the past, and he's able to put the team on the back and lead them successful. Just like Monday night, he had 33 and 14. That was a heck of a game down in Yates. So,
overall, what are your thoughts of SMU as a landing spot for him?
I think it's a great spot. Great learning too. Stay close to home. Pony up. Ain't nothing wrong with staying at home. That's the thing.
When you see the collection of talent that Coach Brown has put together at SMU, including your former player Nick Russell and some of the young guys they have this year, now they're adding Emmanuel, what is the perception now of SMU among high school and AAU circuit?
It's attractive. It's popular now. It's popular. People want to come and go and play at SMU, then have the opportunity to follow Emmanuel or either play with Emmanuel. That's a great opportunity. And kids see that.